Nostalgic music plays softly in the background as images flash across the screen depicting a typical day in a scenic neighborhood. We see a child riding a bike, a newspaper delivery boy tossing a paper onto a porch, and a woman watering her garden. The sun shines brightly, birds sing, and life moves at its usual pace. A hand reaches out to grab the newspaper, stopping at the headline that reads, "Everything changed." A lo-fi hip-hop beat starts playing, setting a more mysterious and suspenseful tone. The camera zooms into the eye of a passerby who glances at the newspaper, revealing a flash of sadness. Cut to a close-up of a phone displaying a message. The screen then flashes no signal when the phone falls to the ground, hitting the floor. Dramatic music builds suspense. Narration: It was just another ordinary day, or so I thought. The sun was shining, birds were singing, and life moved at its usual pace. But little did I know, this day would change everything. We see the boy from earlier walking home with a backpack, looking dejected as he enters his house. Inside, a group of friends stare intently at a computer screen, their faces illuminated by the blue light. Narration: Then it happened. A phone call, a message, a single moment that shattered the ordinary into 1,000 pieces. A clock on the wall shows the time to be 10:15 a.m. A single ray of sunlight pierces through the blinds, casting an eerie glow on the room. A woman sits on the edge of her bed, clutching a phone. She looks pale and shocked. Her face is etched with worry and disbelief. Narration: In an instant, everything I knew was different. The streets that once felt safe now seem uncertain. The faces I passed every day now carried a weight I had never noticed before. Close up on the woman's hand as she scrolls through a social media feed. Images blurring past her eyes, she lets out a shaky breath, defeated by the news she's seeing. Narration: Fear became my constant companion. Trust, a luxury I could no longer afford. Each step I took was measured, each word carefully considered. A woman rushes down a hallway in a hospital, pushing a wheelchair. A nurse walks behind her, comforting her on the shoulder. As they turn a corner, we see a man lying in a hospital bed. His face is obscured by medical equipment. A man stands in front of a television in a dimly lit room, mesmerized by the breaking news. His face reflects the blue light, highlighting his fear and uncertainty. Narration: Sleep offered no escape. Memories haunted my dreams, whispering tales of a world that once was. Cut to a close-up of a dream-like sequence showing a family enjoying a picnic in a park. They laugh, play, and embrace. The scene is idyllic but tinged with an eerie undertone. Narration: Days turned into weeks, weeks into months, life went on, but nothing was the same. We adapted, we survived. But we were never quite who we were before that day. The camera follows a man as he walks down a street lined with closed shops and businesses. A sense of abandonment and despair permeates the surroundings. The overcast sky mirrors the gloom on his face. Narration: The laughter of children, once music to my ears, now echoed with pain. The warmth of the sun, once a source of joy, now felt like a burden. A group of children stand on a playground, watching a swing move gently in the wind. They look somber and detached, failing to find joy in their surroundings. Narration: The world kept spinning, but for me, the joy had faded. The vibrancy of colors seemed dulled, the melody of birdsong a distant memory. A woman sits alone at a cafe, staring at a cup of coffee. Her reflection stares back, a hollow shell of her former self. The bustling cafe around her seems distant, muted. Narration: Some days don't just pass. They define us. They reshape the world. An elderly couple sits on a park bench, their hands intertwined. They gaze at a fading photograph, lost in memories of the past. Their faces reflect a lifetime of shared moments. Narration: no matter how much we wish we could go back, we can only move forward, carrying the weight of that day with us. A young woman walks down a city street, her eyes fixed ahead. The neon lights of the city blur together, reflecting the turmoil in her heart. She takes a deep breath, determined to keep going. Narration: it's been years since that day, yet its echoes still linger. The scars may have healed, but the memory remains, a constant reminder of what was lost and the strength it took to carry on. A hand reaches out to touch a framed photograph, the image slightly blurred with time. As the fingers trace the contours of the photo, a flicker of emotion crosses their face. A bittersweet smile, a stifled sob. Narration: but you know what? Despite the heartache, despite the tears, we found a way to keep going. We found a way to heal. We found a way to remember. A montage of people from different walks of life appears. They come together, forming a community. There are smiles, embraces, and shared glances. All of them seem to be carrying burdens, yet there's also a sense of resilience and hope. Narration: to those who have experienced loss, to those who have felt the pain of absence, to those who understand the weight of that one day, I say this: we've made it this far. And as long as we hold on to each other, as long as we keep telling our stories, that day will not have been in vain. A child looks up at the night sky filled with stars. Their innocent wonder fills the silence, reminding us of the beauty that still exists in the world. A single tear rolls down their cheek, a mixture of sadness and hope. Narration: for in the tapestry of life, even amidst the darkest threads, there's always a glimmer of light waiting to guide us through. The camera pans up to a vast night sky filled with twinkling stars. The beauty of the cosmos underscores the immensity of the emotions we've been through. As the final note rings out, the screen fades to black, leaving us in the depths of our thoughts. After a few seconds, a title card appears. It reads, "The Day Everything Changed," followed by the words "True Story." The card is simple, elegant, and impactful, leaving a lasting impression as the credits roll. You can use this template to make your own short film. Just put in your own scenes and follow the steps. That's all for today. See you next time.